2026 people, welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Mr London Plumber, and today we'll be checking out what is the fastest growing markets for plumbers in the UK with me, Mr London Plumber. Let's get it.
Which part of the plumbing industry in 2026 is growing the most strongest? Make sure you put on your notifications and your bells, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get it.
As a plumber, I like to be 2 steps ahead of the game, if I can be. And that's the reason why I'm making this video today, because we've just come into 2026 and people want to know, where should they be focusing their energy or thinking about jumping into while being a plumber? Because sometimes the game gets saturated and there's new pockets to be able to look into. And that's what this video is all about. So make sure you subscribe, like and share, and let's get on with the content. So we have low carbon heat pumps, yeah? That is such a big industry at this present time, and it's also trending as well. The reason why it's trending is because the government have got this zero net policy which they want to get down to, and they're pushing it and boosting it all around the UK for people to be able to jump on, right? But we need people to be able to install it, and we need people to be able to service it as well. There are a lot of fast track courses and courses which are available at the moment to plumbers for specifically to scale up what they have got, whether they've got an NVQ Level 2 or an NVQ Level 3, and understand how to install it properly. You will see this throughout the board. So by 2026, the government plans to install hundreds and thousands of these up and down the UK, but they need a team. They need dedicated people, and the perfect people for that role is a plumber. So I think there is a lot of potential in it as well, because as you know, from when the product first started coming out to where it is today, it's got more efficient, it's got more cheaper to install. I know we are mainly running on gas boilers and stuff like that, but time, everything evolves. So evolving to a product which is more usable and more green is always going to be better for the economy, is going to be better for people in the long term. But as you know, they will tweak everything to be able to run a lot better in due time, innit? So it's something to think about. With my thoughts, what I'm giving on this video, I do want people to engage in and also tell me if I've missed anything out, because that definitely does matter. So let's move on to a next part of the plumbing industry, which I feel is going to be really, really big in 2026. So number 2, we've got retrofitting and decarbonisation projects. I know I even had to look that up to ask what it was myself. So basically, people who upgrading their heating system and water systems, which are also going to be obviously by a plumber, for the likes of things like heat pumps and also public spaces which have been supported and which will have that crossover. There's going to be a big amount of work publicly for plumbers to be able to make this net zero delivered across the board. So plumbing contractors, there are going to be a lot of those types of things which have a lot of high earning potential at the end of the day, because it's quite technical and it's going to be demanding as well. But I always want to know what people think, because you need that level of skill and you need to have a certain level of understanding of what you're working on, obviously, innit? And obviously making sure that you get the qualification which is relevant for it. By the end of the video, I want to find the relevant qualification and bring it up online so you guys can see, so you have a full scale of information. But what I've said so far, I want to ask you guys what you think, because it matters when I talk to you lot. I don't want to just say it's just information which is gospel by me. I want you to cross-reference it and ask yourself the question, is that right? Before we move on to number 3. It shouldn't be much surprise at number 3 we have underfloor heating and smart controls. Underfloor heating seg has been growing, especially water-based systems. In new builds, we've got electric retrofits. The market has shown a growth, of 6% in 2025. So it's an increase of things like, obviously, heat pumps and technology controls, So the skills, what it requires is people who will be able to install, people who will be able to calibrate and balance systems. Those are some of the skills which I really think that you need. And I'm sorry that I didn't say it about some of the other ones, but I just thought to myself, those will go hand in hand. So I have got another section which I want to cover, which is kind of like a bonus part, but I'm going to give my summary at the end of the video as well. Number 4, we have repairs, replace, and emergency services. This is stable, but it's not as fast growing as the first 3 which I mentioned at the moment, right? So because of the UK's house stocks, they're very old. So they need maintenance. They have a lot of emergencies. They have a lot of repairs and things which need to be replaced. So you're going to have your normal contract work, which some of us are into. But beside that, it's quite stable, but it's not as fast as a growing industry as the green tech sector. That's what the other part is called, what I talked about earlier. So there's going to be some vital skills that we also are going to need, which are going to be, so there's going to be some vital skills which you're going to need, which I think will add so much more value. So let's talk about those skills first. So we're going to talk about those skills which I definitely feel will be so valuable for you if you've been listening to this message. So one of them is going to be heat pumps and installation and servicing, right? And we've got solar thermal water systems, right? We've got heat battery integration. That's what my take is. I want you to let me know in the comment section if you agree with what I've said in this video, but if you've stuck around this far, you might as well subscribe because we're in 2026 and this is my first video. Welcome to the Mr London Plumber's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll meet you guys in the comment section and other tradespeople as well to talk about what you feel the future is. But make sure you're having a great beginning to your 2026, and this is my first video of 2026. Happy New Year to everyone.